What's going on, Gemini? Welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of November 2nd through the 8th of 2020. I almost said October. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great Halloween, great weekend. Just overall, hope you're doing very well. A lot going on this week, especially next weekend. And then, there's definitely a lot coming in before that. But the energy gets interesting and kind of weird during the weekend. So got Mercury stationing direct in your 5th house, and it's squaring, of course, Saturn pretty much all week in your 8th house. So I think that this Mercury retrograde, it moved into your 6th house, started the retrograde. I think you've been internalizing a lot of the parts of reality that you want to change, whether it's starting new routines, focusing on your health, or anything like that, all the way back to what you need to do for yourself and how you need to express yourself creatively and what feels good, especially with Venus there. Like, what makes you feel top notch? What makes you feel like you get to express your actual self in the most creative and you way possible? And, I would say that Saturn is trying to have you take action for the changes that need to be made within yourself, whether it's health, routine, or whether it's just, the ultimate love for yourself and seeing the beauty in life. And there's definitely a lot going on in your 8th house anyway. So I think that there's definitely a huge change taking place for Gemini. And, I would say with Mercury going direct, like, it's time to go. Like, it's go time, and it needs to be realized. And, there has to be a responsibility within you to make sure that you're realizing what changes are taking place and to own them and make sure that you're doing it from a place that feels really good within yourself. Early in the week, we are going to get the moon on Rahu, the north node. It's going to square Neptune. So in your 1st house, in your 10th house, I would say this is a big one for you because I would say that you're really trying to focus on yourself right now, and that full moon happened in your 12th house. So it's definitely kind of a surrender to the wholeness of the universe. And now, I would say that the square to Neptune with Rahu, doing what you need to do to feel true in yourself and to look long term at what you want to create. It doesn't have to be an illusion. You just have to go within yourself and find what you want and go for your desires and emotionally take action for what you need to do to make that happen. And to, make sure that you're building the future that you want for yourself is so important, and not to be delusioned by what society thinks that it has to be, or what other people think it has to be, or what the 10th house is kind of public image, like what the public thinks that you need to do. It needs to be aligned with you and your soul and what you desire in a big way, especially with all this Capricorn energy in your 8th house. Like, this is about your true desires and uncovering them, and they're being uncovered, and they're going through a big change. And, don't be delusioned about the transformation. Go towards what feels totally aligned with your soul on a deep level. That Venus is going to oppose the midpoint of Chiron and Mars in Aries in your 11th house. So, as Mars stations here, there's definitely an innovation taking place. And I think that you need to make sure that it comes from a place of who you are in a big way, and creatively seeing the beauty in you and putting it out there and making sure that you're connecting with people and taking action for people that are trying to innovate with you, and see that, you're on that same frequency, and to make sure that there's an alignment there. And I would say that it can feel difficult because there could be this internal realization of that you need to take action for different people in life and different groups, or maybe not, maybe you've already done that, but now it's about innovating and really creating from that spot, and making it top notch, making it beautiful, making it what you desire. That moon's going to move into your 2nd house. It's going to oppose all the Capricorn energy. It's going to square Mars retrograde in your 11th. So I think there's a lot about, emotionally finding that confidence, going for what you desire, and trying to own who you are in a big way, and not letting people take you out of that, and not letting transformation take you out of that, and not obsessing over what doesn't need to be there, because there's just all this transformative renewal energy, and it's definitely trying to let you detach from anything that isn't of confidence and isn't of love for yourself. And then that moon's going to come into Leo and make that third quarter square to the sun. And while it's doing that, the sun's going to be quincunx Mars retrograde. It's going to be trining Neptune. Neptune's going to be quincunx that moon. That moon's going to be quincunx Jupiter. Like, next weekend is crazy. And it's happening. A lot of focus is in your 6th house, in your 3rd house, and like really, getting your message out, getting your emotions out and expressing that. And I think that you have to analyze a lot and take in a lot of information this weekend regarding people in your life and regarding your future, and making sure that they align with the transformation that you're going through and the desires that you have. And it's definitely, I would say, with Mercury going direct too, there's like this need to express everything that you've already analyzed and realized, and make sure that it's coming from your soul and it's what you desire and it's what is going to make you comfortable in your own individuality. And it doesn't have to look the way people think it's going to look, friends, groups, relationships, the society. It just has to come from your truth and the way you express your freedom and the way you express yourself. And that's everything. It's a wild weekend next weekend. The King of Cups upright. So yeah, I would say that emotionally you're ready. Like, you've been going through this transformation long enough, and Jupiter and Saturn are on their way out of your 8th house. So the transformations have likely taken place, and you're ready to grab hold of yourself and grab hold of the emotions that you want to create with and express with. And I think that's everything. And I would say that it's very important to have that ultimate self-love and confidence within yourself, because it's going to take you to next levels, and you're going to be calling the shots of how you want to create and how you want to get life going, moving forward for the future that you desire. And, there's no point in letting anybody take you out of that, because you've worked so hard to get there already. I love you very much, Gemini. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Peace.